Good morning and welcome to Daybreak. I'm your host, James Sale.
And I'm Joanne Pototsky. This week on Daybreak, we have your campus, city, and national news.
As well as weather, entertainment, and sports reports.
All that and more straight ahead on Daybreak. In campus news, last Sunday was the official start of fall, which also means the start of flu season. And Point Park Student Health Center is offering flu shots for $10 this year. Flu shots will be available in the Student Health Center from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. on Monday, October 14th, Thursday, October 29th, and Thursday, November 7th. Flu shots will be available for students, faculty, and staff, as well as their family members that are at least 18 years old. Appointments are not necessary, and payments must be made in cash. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommends that everyone over 6 months of age get a flu shot every year. The CDC also recommends washing your hands regularly this flu season and advises staying home from work or school if you do get the flu to avoid spreading germs. And Point Park has announced that it will be hosting the Prague Writers Festival this fall. International writers, poets, historians, and journalists will attend the event October 18th and 19th on campus. The festival, titled Birth of Nations, Pursuit of Happiness, will feature readings by author E.L. Doctorow, novelist Anita Dezay, author Ida Krizova, and columnist Hamdi El-Ghazar. The readings and conversations begin October 17th at 11:30 in the JVH Auditorium. The opening ceremonies that evening will host representatives of the university as well as state and city leaders. For more information about the event, you can contact Lynn Monahan and register for the event online. And Point Park's Dining Services Department is seeking feedback from students. The university opened an online survey for students to provide input about the dining services on campus. The link was sent to students in an email which says the survey should take 5 to 10 minutes and participants will be eligible to win either a $50 or $150 Visa gift card. Also, voting is open between now and October 5th for the new Point Cafe logo. Students can vote for the new logo through Dining Services Facebook page. And Point Park's Campus Activity Board held Spirit Week last week. One of the events was a luau party. Daybreak correspondent Vincent Mediate has the story.
This week at Point Park University is Spirit Week, and what better way to spend the warm summer-like atmosphere and to show your school spirit than a luau? Freshmen through seniors and even faculty attended the event this past Tuesday. Workers spent hours planning and dedicating their time to make this luau special for everyone, including event coordinator Jen Peterson.
This is our first time doing a luau. I was actually not the person who came up with the theme, the idea, but they gave it to me and I just kind of ran with it.
Crafts, food, and drinks were given to all attendants. Also, there was a dance performance by the Point Park's dance group Impulse, as well as a special guest crew, the rugby team. With the underestimated number of people, Jen thought the luau was a great turnout.
Half these people aren't even wearing leis, so that means we gave them all away. So we've had easily 300, 400 people come through, which is awesome. Way better than we thought.
For UView News, I'm Vince Mediate.
Thanks for that report, Vince. That's all for your campus news. Now, here's James with City News.
Thanks, Joanne. In City News this week, the National Labor Relations Board has charged the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center with 19 violations against workers involved in a union-organized campaign. The charges claim that UPMC unlawfully engaged in the threatening, interrogating, and intimidating of employees for union activities, including calling the police on union representatives who are unlawfully on UPMC premises. The complaint also alleges that UPMC fired 4 workers for engaging in union activity. UPMC spokesman Gloria Krebs said, quote, "The NLRB has not determined that UPMC has violated any of the labor laws, and a representation of that violation has been found as false." A hearing for the most recent charges is scheduled for December 16th in the Federal Building in downtown Pittsburgh. And the Strip District's produce terminal is now one step closer to a city historic designation. The City Historic Review Commission voted unanimously yesterday to recommend to City Council that the Strip District landmark be designated as a city historic structure. That decision comes in as a heavy blow to the Butchner Company, which recently released a proposal to demolish the western third of the 5-block-long terminal in the hopes of extending 17th Street to the Allegheny River as part of a redevelopment plan. While the Butchner Company argues their proposal was the best possible plan for the preservation of the structure, the Review Commission agreed that the building met the 4 requirements for the designation. The nomination now goes before the City Planning Commission, then the City Council for a final vote. And the Hill District and downtown Pittsburgh residents will soon have a new option for grocery shopping. The 29,000 square foot Shop and Save store on Center Avenue has been in development for multiple years. However, a series of financial setbacks have delayed the project, and some of the main contributors in the final financing were the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Pittsburgh Urban Redevelopment Authority. The Hill District location, which is expected to create about 100 jobs, will be the 5th independently owned franchise location of Jeff Ross, who owns stores in McKeesport, Connellsville, and Mount Pleasant. The Hill District store is scheduled to open on October 17th. And for the first time in decades, workers and students heard the sound of music filling the streets of downtown Pittsburgh. On Tuesday, Allegheny County Executive Rich Fitzgerald flipped the switch to reactivate the Allegheny County Courthouse chime system, which were installed in the mid-60s. They had fallen silent in recent years, but have been fully repaired in line with an ongoing renovation of the 125-year-old historic building. The chimes will ring every hour between 6 a.m. and 11 p.m. starting next week. That's all for your city news this morning. Now back to Joanne at the couch.
Thanks, James. Coming up next on Daybreak, we will have a national news report for you. And we're going to talk with the leader of the new club here at Point Park. We'll be right back.